I will describe Jesus as the most advanced of all the Messiahs who have ever come to earth, and I will make the house of God shine, free from all superstition, the daughter of human imagination. I will bring you back to the feeling of duty, and I will convince you of the happiness that awaits the strong, the humble, and the devoted observers of God's laws. Through the soul of the Messiah, God speaks to our souls to tell us that the Spirit of God, which incarnated in the man known as Jesus, will be described to us in such a way that we will come to realize he is the most advanced of all the Messiahs sent to earth. By calling him the most advanced, God reveals that throughout the history of this world, other Messiahs have been sent, yet all of them came as seers or prophets, while Jesus is the most advanced of them all. This enlightens us to understand that, since Jesus is the highest spiritual being ever to walk among us, his teachings hold eternal spiritual value, far above any temporary, circumstantial, or material interpretation made by ministers within their respective religions. His words are directed to our souls, to our spiritual being, not to our mind, our brain, or our body, because his language is the language of the soul. From this we can understand that, being the most advanced, his teachings, beliefs, counsel, and guidance are the truest, most useful, and most precise path leading us to the knowledge of God and, as a result, to union with his law and his love. This is the path of light and truth, there is no other. When he tells us that he will make the house of God shine, free from all superstition, the house of God refers to the destiny of all beings in creation, to become united with God. At his right hand our eternal spiritual home toward which the Messiah leads us. In Universal Religion 05, the Messiah, it is revealed that our soul came forth from the divine creative source, manifested by God, made in his likeness and of his same divine essence. This helps us understand that our heart is the closest place where we can find God within ourselves, and thus, it too is a house where his divine presence dwells. But when he speaks of superstition, he refers to every allegory that has become a religious belief taught as truth when imagination creates mystical or magical concepts contrary to reason. These are creations of human minds, separated from the path of truth, without God, and without the true light of understanding the Creator's laws. He affirms that he will bring us back to the feeling of duty. By saying bring us back, he reminds us that in a distant moment of our spiritual past, before we took on the physical body we now inhabit, we loved the Father above all things. Love was alive and moving within our souls, and now, through his divine teachings, he will awaken that feeling once again and help us keep it alive as our sacred duty in every thought, emotion, and action. By restoring this spiritual awareness of moving through life guided by love as our duty, he shows us that what matters most is not learning knowledge as a duty, but feeling love as a duty, before acquiring any knowledge that may later serve our spiritual evolution. If we fail to pay attention to the teachings that come from the Father, we harm ourselves. With his divine wisdom, the Messiah sees that we are often like spoiled children who wish only to play, not to learn. Yet, valuing our spiritual future, he repeats, I will convince you of the happiness that awaits those who are strong, humble, and devout observers of the laws of God. Among these divine words, perhaps the one that most challenges the human intellect is be humble. Humanity often understands humility as weakness, as living like a beggar, helpless, submissive to others. But in Universal Religion 09, the Messiah has returned. He tells us that he has come to give the divine seal to human words to restore their true spiritual meaning. Spiritual humility is the sincere desire for higher spiritual assistance, and it is the foundation for being strong, for true strength is the effort to rise above our human flaws, which resist our spiritual progress. To love through all our daily tasks, from the moment we rise, is to live in order, balance, and harmony, which is the same as loving without self-interest, fulfilling the sacred laws of God. When he says he will convince us, it is because we are often unbelieving. No religion has truly convinced us of the real path that leads to God. Deep down, our hearts still resist being strong in fulfilling his laws, though, as revealed in Universal Religion 04, to live in order, balance, and harmony is to fulfill his sacred laws. If we ask, what happiness is he speaking of? Or why does he say he will convince us? It is because, in living according to God's laws, we experience the universal religion, the feeling of unity between our soul and the universal brotherhood, all the higher spiritual beings, the Messiahs, who come in unity with the Messiah. They will illuminate all our actions, thoughts, and deeds so that they are free from error and danger, filling our lives with happiness, as we see light shining within us, just as the Messiah Jesus did when he walked among us. Now he and his brother Messiahs are the light of the Father, shining upon us in every moment of our lives. That is the happiness that awaits us.